Fortnite Chapter 3 is regarded as one of the worst chapters of Fortnite. But personally, I really like this chapter, and I would even say it's my favorite chapter. And here is why. Pink. Absolute pink. I'm sorry, but if I had to determine perfection in just one word, I would say this. This is perfection. Absolute perfection. This event was so good. Epic did an amazing job with this. The visuals, the storyline, it was all there. Just amazing. Lost Reality, I.O., The Jones, The Rock revealing himself as a rock? Okay, yeah, I kind of messed that up, but it was an awesome event though. And the way they introduced the map was beautiful. There is a reason why this is my favorite live event, because it is the best live event ever. I already made a video saying how great this season is, so I'm just gonna go over it quickly. Flipped was something else, man. Flipped was a different breed, because, yeah, this season is the best season of all time, because they added sliding, brand new tree physics. It was incredible, dude. Absolute incredible. And yeah, this map is the best map that Epic has ever made, because I love this map, dude. The biomes are amazing. I love the biomes. And in this season, they gave us two incredible POIs that everyone loves. Tilted Towers and Covert Cavern, which are both insane POIs. And with this season came an insane storyline, leading up to... This season, not as good as the last one, but was really good though. I say, top 10 material, because they added tanks, brand new sprinting and mantling. It was crazy. We also had Zero Build for the first time, and man, I play Zero Build to this day, because Zero Build is that good. And the Battle Pass was pretty good too. And my favorite skin had to be the Origin, because it was a member of the 7, and it was so interesting to see new members at 7. Because you wondered, oh wait, what are these guys doing? They're so mysterious. You don't know who these guys are, but we know that they're trying to help us. We also had blimps that were all over the place, one over Tilted, Daily Bugle, and other locations, which was sick. But in the Zero Build though, it did kinda suck, because people used to just camp up on the blimps and just shoot you. And the storyline peaked here. This is when mostly everyone was focused on the storyline right now, because we had brand new voice line quests every week, and it was incredible. They brought back the voting stations and stuff, which is very cool. And during the end of the season, they added the Collider. And man, the Collider was awesome, because you had 2 mythic bosses there, and insane mobility, which was epic, dude. It was crazy. So, you had no excuse not to land there. And also, this season was leading up to an insane live event. Man, this live event was good. Even though it's not better than the event that came before it, it was still a very good event. I liked the interactiveness with it, and even though I liked the story of the Lost Reality more, the I.O. has always been interesting to me too, but just not as interesting as the Lost Reality. And also during this live event, we seen Darth Vader, dude. And when I seen Darth Vader, I was insane, because they literally had Darth Vader in a Fortnite live event. It's incredible to see Darth Vader there, dude. It was phenomenal, man. Okay, I may be a little bit biased because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but that's besides the point. The event was so cool too. He had Peely in the event too, the Foundation Jones Paradigm. It was sick, dude. He also had Sloan in there too. And it was such a good event, but it was not better than the one that came before it. But it doesn't mean it's a bad event, because I had fun with me and my friends. We were just in the mech suit, having fun, watching the event. It was so awesome, dude. But after the event, it kind of felt like the storyline just stopped. Yes, there was storyline in Vibin and Paradise, but it still felt like the storyline just wasn't as good as it was back in the first 2 seasons of Chapter 3. I can admit Vibin is not one of the best seasons of all time, but it's not one of the worst seasons of all time, because personally I kind of enjoyed Vibin because it was a good season, just not amazing. It was the weakest out of Chapter 3, but it was still a good season. I still had fun with it. Because think of it, we had a Darth Vader in the Battle Pass with his own lightsaber, and we also had an Indiana Jones collab with his POI where you had that iconic boulder come in, which was so cool. And then towards the end of the season, we had the Dragon Ball mythics, like the Kamehameha and the Nimbus Cloud. I don't like Goku, well, I don't really like Dragon Ball Z, but I can Kamehameha Darth Vader. That is sick, dude. That's so cool how you can do that in Fortnite. You can only do that in Fortnite, by the way. You cannot do that in any other game, which makes Fortnite very unique. But the Battle Pass had to be the worst chapter for me, because some skins in there was just not good. They were bad, and I didn't really like them. Evie, Sabina. But we did have some good skins in there, like Darth Vader, Indiana Jones, Malik, and Snap. And I gotta say, I am very disappointed with Darth Vader's pickaxe, because it's the signal of the Empire. What is that pickaxe, dude? It's horrible. But the POIs were good, because we had Reality Falls and a Rave Cave, which those POIs was so good, man, because the loot in them was good, and it was just fun to land at those locations. We also had reality saplings, which are very cool and a very good concept, because over time, if you waited long enough, you can get a mythic off of one of them, but then kids did used to camp them. But this was the weakest season out of Chapter 3. This season is so good, but it gets such a bad rep because of the event. Yes, the event was absolutely horrible, but you need to think about the actual season, because it was not that bad, and it's even a top 10 season in my eyes. I really liked this season because of the Evochrome guns, and I found it super interesting how they evolved when you shot people and while you dealt damage to people. I found that to be so cool. And I really liked the Battle Pass this season because they had the Paradigm, they had Spider-Gwen, the Herald, and the Herald's emote was so good. And they added keys that can open vaults and stuff. You needed 2 keys to open up a big vault, and then if you wanted to open up a small vault, then you only needed 1 key, which was so cool. And I really liked the Chrome Splash because it was so good for mobility. And you also had the Chrome Tornadoes too, which was so cool. And I think the Chrome even healed you too, healed your white HP, which honestly is so practical, because if you didn't have a medkit or something, you could rely on Chrome, and I really liked that. And the POIs this season were really good. We had the Herald Sanctum, Fort Jonesy, and Lustrous Lagoon, if I'm saying that correctly. They were pretty good POIs. I wouldn't say amazing or anything, but they were pretty good. And towards the end of the season from Fort Nightmares, we had Grim Gables. And the Herald's theme is so good. If you want to listen to it, type in Herald's theme or like Chapter 3 Season 4 Herald's theme. And dude, it is insane. I'm not gonna play it in this video because of copyright and stuff, but like it is there. You can listen to it. It is a really good soundtrack. And the Fortnite maps, while not the greatest, it was still a pretty good Fortnite maps. I really liked the Howler claws though, but they were kind of broken and they did get like removed a couple times. But I still had fun this Fortnite maps. And the news came that Chapter 3 was only gonna be 4 seasons long. But this chapter was so good. Why did they need to end it 4 seasons short? Oh yeah, Unreal Engine 5. Well, I guess Epic doesn't care about a good storyline. Keep this in mind. Better graphics. Better freaking graphics for some reason. Why? We want a good storyline, not graphics upgraded. Come on, you can do that later. That isn't a change that is needed right now. Just when I thought that it couldn't get any worse. Yeah, we had a terrible end event, which was basically a terrible creative map. What was Epic thinking with this? Because it wasn't even a fun creative map. It was just a bad creative map. And also, some people got kicked out during the live event, which sucked because they wanted to see what was going on, but they couldn't because they got kicked out. The only thing going for this event was the storyline, and even then the storyline was pretty fragile. And the clips of this event, man, were just bad. They were terrible, dude. Because you had this clip, the one you're watching right now, was basically the event. They just skipped over the event. And then the clip that played after that, after the event, was practically the Chapter 4 Season 1 trailer. Like, the laziness is off the charts here. In my opinion, this event was super lackluster and is easily one of the worst live events ever. I say this is better than Big Bang, but this event is still very bad. No. Like, just because of Fracture doesn't mean this entire chapter sucks. Because this entire chapter was really good, except for Fracture. Just remove Fracture from this chapter, and there you go. You got a really good chapter. But I still can't believe how Epic did Colombo so dirty. Because bro didn't even survive for like 1 full season, dude. Like, the disrespect is insane. But I really liked Chapter 3 because I was chilling with my friends, having fun. I really liked Chapter 2 and 1 and 4 and 5. But I really liked Chapter 3 the most because it stands out to me. Because Epic was willing to take risks with this chapter. They wasn't scared this chapter, which I really respect. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say. This is my first time making a long video like this, so I'm probably gonna make a few mistakes. Overall, I really like this chapter, and it is hands down my favorite chapter, barely beating Chapter 5 and 2. But I want to give out a shout out to Rem Rants, because the dude is insane and he really inspires me to keep making content. Anyway though, that's the end of the video. You guys are awesome. See ya.